What's up, guys? It's your boy Hyga back with another Lost Ark video, and as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about sea bounties. If you are unaware, sea bounties are one of the 8 collectibles that we have to, collect in Lost Ark, and there are some pretty nice rewards that you can gain from collecting a bunch of them. Like I mentioned in my last silver video, you can earn up to 4 million silver pretty easily. You could also earn 2 masterpieces, which can go towards getting you some gold, and of course the purple wealth rune. That is a big reason that a lot of people are trying to get these. I wasn't going for too many of them at first, but once I started working on it, it went by pretty quick. So today I'm just going to talk about how you get them, how to complete them, and whatnot. I can't show you me doing them because I don't have any more. I've done all that I have. But yeah, let's just go ahead and go down the line. So when you're on this page, you can go ahead and click collection status. And this will show you can check unacquired only. It'll show you all of the sea maps or the sea bounties that you're missing. And you may have them just from questing through the game or your first playthrough. I'll obviously put a picture on screen of what it looks like the little icon for it. It's like this legendary secret map. And when you right click it, it shows you a location in the sea. It's just like the secret maps that you do from Chaos Gates, where it has an X marks the spot and it tells you the location, except instead of it being in a certain area like Vern or Rowendell or whatever, it's in the entire map. So it's in the water. You got to sail around to find it. However, once you find it, there will be like a little telescope that you can interact with. And once you interact with the landmark, that will go ahead and add the sea bounty to your collection. Now, the main thing I'm going to try and do is go through some of the sea bounties just so I can explain how you get them if it's not as obvious enough. So starting from the first one, this one is Adventure Tome. If you press N, so you have your continents for the Adventure Tome, you can see that when you get every 10%, there are different rewards that you can get for different continents, and some of them give sea bounties. As you can see, Tortoise gives a sea bounty, Punica gives a sea bounty. But yeah, you can go through the Adventure Tome if you haven't already. It's not like you need to get 100%. These are 50%. Like I said, it's 10% for each of these rewards. So this is the 5th one for South Vern. For Phaeton, it's also 50%. Arthurtine, it's 60%. So it's not too bad. If you're struggling with Adventure Tome, or if you have not worked on it ever, I highly recommend Mr. Vool's channel. I hope that's how you say it right. I'll leave a description, or I'll leave a link in the description. This person posts videos on how to get 100% Adventure Tome for every continent. It's super helpful. I know a lot of people have used it. I know it's what I've used. So I highly recommend, if you want to knock out some of your continents, if you're working on Ignia tokens or sea bounties or relic rapport items, merchants, whatever it is, use their channel. They have great guides. Now, another way that you can earn sea bounties or get sea bounties is through your stronghold merchants. This kind of ties in with doing the adventure tomes, because the adventure tomes give a lot of the merchants. Some of the merchants are just naturally in your stronghold, but other ones you need to earn. If you haven't been working on your stronghold, you're definitely slacking, but that is a whole nother conversation. If you look in some of the adventure tomes, you can see that as a reward, they have these little scrolls, these little quest lines. If it has a little exclamation point, that means it's a quest. And these quests are invitations for new merchants to come to your stronghold, which is good because that means new things that you can buy with your adventure seals or raid seals, which can come in handy, right? Sometimes you can, I think there's like a masterpiece that you could buy, secret maps, legendary rapport items, crew members. There's all types of stuff that you could buy from the stronghold merchants. And you can see a lot of different continents have them. There's also some in the daily reputations that you can get. So I highly recommend looking into those because you might be missing some. And if someone else has the merchant, you can't buy the secret map from their merchant. You can go to other people's strongholds to buy like runes and whatnot, but you cannot go to someone else's merchant to buy the personal collectibles like masterpieces or secret maps. As you can see, I have Astiel at my stronghold, and I've already purchased it, but she had a secret map for sale. These are what the secret maps look like. They cost 11,400. I don't know off the top if all of the stronghold ones cost the same thing, but with all the hyper express events and farming your dispatches, it shouldn't take you too long to farm up enough seals. Also, if you're struggling on one kind of seal, but you have lots of the other ones, you can convert red to yellow and green, green to red and yellow to red and green as well if you have too much of one and not enough of the other at Monet in your stronghold. And as you can see, there's quite a few. There's 1 stronghold merchant, 2 stronghold merchant, 3, 4, 6, it looks like. Maybe I missed one, but around 6 stronghold merchant secret maps that you can get. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is Rapport. If you ever forget where to get these secret maps from, you can always just come here to the collection status and, double check which ones you're missing. It'll show you. But there are quite a few that you can get via Rapport. As you can see, Jahara, Liru, Artisan Samli. Some of these are definitely on the easier side, low value rapports like 18k. Some of them, not so much. So if you open the rapport menu, if you're unfamiliar with rapport, I made a whole video on it. I'll put the link on like the top right corner or whatever. But you can look through the rapport and you can click on this little spyglass or this little magnifying glass, and you can see if they have secret maps available in their rewards and, you know, what item or what level you have to get them to get the secret maps and whatnot. So 10A is one of the people that gives a secret map. In order to unlock her rapport, you have to do a quest on Peyto. Samly also gives one. Samly is an 17.8k rapport, so that one is pretty easy. Neth is also, I believe, a 17.8k, fairly easy. 10A is, I believe, a 17.8k, fairly easy. Some of the more annoying ones are like the people in Punica. Jahara gives one, I believe she's a 50k. Liru, I also believe, is a 50k. I would suggest going for the smaller ones first and then knocking out the big ones later. Or if you want to do it the other way around and just play the long game, you could do that too. Now, this one really saved my life because I was struggling to get sea bounties. There's a lot of them that come from RNG. These are not RNG. You can just buy these whenever you have enough of the sea coins. So here we are with the exchange at the sea wandering merchants, the sea merchants. The Spearfish Hunting Guild vessel, there are 6 in total that sell these secret maps. These ones are the one at Vern you can buy for 6,600 Gina's coins, which is quite a lot. But luckily, the Maharaka event has the sea coin chest that you could buy every week. There are also adventure islands that give them. There's tons of other quests and things that you could do to start saving up on your sailing coin chests. So I recommend stocking up if you want to knock out some of the sea bounties. This one right here that says exchange Yorn is the one that I'm referring to. That's from the Spearfish Hunting vessel or whatever. I think it's just bugged because it doesn't say where from. But yeah, this is just the Yorn wandering sea merchant. Now the next place that you could earn some of them is from adventure islands or event islands, field bosses, things that are on your alarm set on the top left. As you can see, Spider Island has one, Alakar has one. Spider Island is one of the only ones I'm missing. So as you can see, it says secret map and it says adventure pirate flag. So secret, it drops a secret map, and when you look through the secret maps, you can see that they're titled as adventures. Like I mentioned earlier, when you have to go to the landmark and interact with the telescope or the spyglass, you literally have to look at a landmark. It'll show you like a little cutscene of a landmark, and the adventures are usually based on the landmark that you see at the location. So adventure pirate flag, secret map, those are the same thing. It just tells you that it drops a secret map, and then adventure pirate flag is the corresponding secret map that it drops. So if you don't want to look at where you get it, but you want to look at which adventure it is, you can organize it that way as well. For Alakar, obviously it drops adventure Moonkeep. There's a secret map there as well. It's not just those islands though, right? There's some adventure islands that drop them as well. As you see, Phantom Wing has one. There's also world bosses that have them. As you see, Kohinoor has one here, Sol Grande. So there are quite a few things that you could do in terms of the compasses activities. I'll go ahead and reiterate one time. When you get the secret maps, you just right click on the map in your inventory. It'll show you a location somewhere in the sea. You just go up to the location. There will be a telescope for you to interact with. If you're struggling to find the location, I'm sure you can just look it up. I'm sure there's a guide somewhere. There's also secret maps that you can get from other collectibles like Island Souls, which I won't go too in depth on. There is one that you can get in South Vern from one of the daily reputations. So you have to do Feel the Fresh Magic 15 times, and there's a secret map as a reward from there. And some of them come from just regular quests. Like I said, if you're struggling, I'm sure there's plenty of guides out there that will hone in on specific secret maps that you may be missing. The last ones I will cover though are the shipwrecks. These you're likely not going to obtain, so don't worry about getting these for, which is why in the silver video I mentioned you're probably not going to get the 10 million silver box anytime soon. To my knowledge, I haven't exactly farmed these, but you have to do the sailing co-op events. When you do the sailing co-op events, you have a chance to get keys, right? The key of harmony, key of earth, key of whatever. And then on other days, there are gates. You use the keys to enter the gates. When you go into the gates, you participate in an activity or an event. It's kind of like Bloons Tower Defense. And at the end, there's a chest that you can open up with the key. There is a very, very small chance to obtain an adventure shipwreck from those chests. And then you have to go to the shipwreck, and when you interact with the shipwreck, you have a very, very small chance to get the sea bounty or the secret map. To my knowledge, it's kind of like the Isle of Yearning Soul, if you're familiar with that. So don't trip about those. Without these 4 from shipwrecks, you can still get the legendary focus rune, you can still get a relic crew member, 2 masterpieces, 4 million silver, and the purple wealth rune. I believe I touched up on everything. If there's anything you feel I didn't explain too well, don't be afraid to ask me in the comments or on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Hyga. The link will be in the description. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys later.